A Columbia professor who says he snorts heroin and takes other substances is calling for the legalization of all recreational drugs. Carl Hart also chairs the school's prestigious psychology department. He wrote this in a new book. There aren't many things in life that I enjoy more than a few lines by the fireplace at the end of the day. My heroin use is as recreational as my alcohol use. Heroin is one of the tools that I use to maintain my work-life balance. Kat Timpf, Fox News analyst, Fox Nation host. Kat, your reaction to this?
Look, I think hearing an Ivy League professor say, hey, I do heroin is obviously something that people are going to be shocked by and have this collective gasp. But honestly, I think that the more important thing to talk about rather than his heroin use is some of the policy ideas that he's discussing, which are things I happen to completely agree with. Personally, I don't do heroin, but the fact that he does heroin also doesn't affect me. And he says in this country, we are supposed to have the right to make whatever choices we want to make for our own lives as long as they don't interfere with other people's rights to do the same. And I completely agree with that. And he also points out the fact that the vast majority of overdose deaths in the United States are from illicit substances, and that a lot of harm could be reduced by legalization and regulation, which is also something that I agree with.
So it doesn't bother you that he's talking about that illicit drug use, though, in a way that you know has an outreach to his students. I mean, you say it doesn't affect anybody, but everybody knows it. You don't think it has an effect?
Heroin, well, listen, heroin obviously can lead to addiction. It obviously can lead to death. But the truth is, so can alcohol. For some people, so can food. I think that it's something that obviously is going to be shocking. It's a choice that is far different from one that I would ever make. But I think that talking about the fact that it's pretty crazy that for being possession of this substance, you could go to jail. That, I think, is something we should be talking about. And I think we should be trying to not focus so much on the shock value of what he's saying and more on some of the policies that he's proposing, which I think, as a libertarian, as someone who believes in small government, are certainly things we should consider.